What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is John. Today I have for you a big box good. That's right, it's summertime and golfing season is in full swing, no pun intended. So today I figured we would take a look at two golf shirts I picked up at Walmart. One is from the brand Ben Hogan, which is a Walmart brand, and the other golf shirt is a golf shirt by the brand George, also a Walmart brand, but the only difference here is one is premium as where the other one is budget. So today we're going to look at the differences between each shirt. They are fairly inexpensive for a golf shirt. The Ben Hogan golf shirt is $16.92, which is pennies on the dollar compared to some other golf shirts from Dick's Sporting Goods or Golf Galaxy, for example. And then our George golf shirt is $11.44. Both sizes here are in an extra large, and both sizes come in a variety of colors and patterns. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing and first impressions. We're also going to try each shirt on at the end, but we will be doing a basic comparison between each shirt. We're going to start with the Ben Hogan shirt, and then we're going to take a look at the George shirt and figure out what the differences are. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first impressions and try on. Okay, so golf season is in full swing. I was at Walmart several weeks ago looking for an affordable, inexpensive, but stylish and youthful looking golf shirt. I came across this by Ben Hogan, and then I saw the George shirt and I thought, wow, my audience needs to know the difference between each of these shirts. Even though there isn't a huge difference in price, I think there is a huge difference in the way these look and feel. As you can see, the Ben Hogan shirt's a pretty nice, classic, modern, youthful, athletic look. You get these blue teal stripes running across the chest, and then it's just plain stark white on the sleeves and on the back of the shirt as well. One thing you'll notice about the tag is that it is SPF 50, it is moisture wicking, and it is stretchable. All of this is to do because the cotton nylon material is actually so thin, it can dry off quickly if you sweat in it or get caught in the rain in it. It's stretchy, so you should be able to tuck this shirt in, but still be able to swing the golf club freely. And last but not least, it should be pretty breathable because it is so lightweight. So when you are playing golf and it is in the 80 or 90 degree temperature range, it won't be uncomfortable to wear, even if you're wearing this with an undershirt, which I do strongly not recommend doing because it will get hot. One little detail I noticed about this shirt that I think makes it $16.92 versus $30 or $40 or $50 like some of the competing brands you might find at Dick's Sporting Goods or Golf Galaxy, for example, is the attention to detail here. Now, I'm not talking about thread sticking out or stitches being misplaced or kind of jagged looking, even though there are some little cotton pieces here kind of sticking out on the buttons, and even here where the lapel is, it doesn't look all that neat, but it still looks like a presentable enough shirt that you could wear it. But the main difference here, what makes it a little bit less sophisticated and a little bit less expensive than, like I said, some of those other competing brands, is the attention to detail, and specifically the stripes running across the chest of the shirt that make this shirt characteristic. They are not on the back of the shirt, as you can see. So a little bit left to be desired. I would have liked to have seen the stripes maybe make their way around back and also along the sleeves as well. But hey, how many complaints can you have about a $17 golf shirt, right? Another thing that's really important I mention here is it does seem to have a long and even tail. As you can see, the front of the shirt is actually similar in length to the bottom of the shirt, so you should get a pretty even tuck and wear throughout your golf game, which is important for swinging purposes. But again, as you can see, there are just a couple of little threads sticking out at the bottom of this shirt. But last but not least, what I wanted to point out was the tail of the shirt is longer than your average shirt, making this, again, easy to tuck in, which is extremely important. There are a couple of little issues I noticed at the bottom of the golf shirt here. You do get some pulls in the stitching and threading here at the bottom of the t-shirt sticking out. It doesn't look like a deal breaker to me, something you could probably just cut off with a pair of scissors or burn off with a lighter. Still a little bit disappointing to see the quality be a little bit left to be desired here, but then again, like I said, you cannot complain about a $17 golf shirt. So I think what will make the Ben Hogan golf shirt just a little bit more premium looking and feeling, and what also makes it more expensive than the George shirt, from what I am presuming, is the fact that you get more branding on the Ben Hogan shirt. So you get a Ben Hogan logo on the left sleeve here, and you also get the Ben Hogan logo on the buttons of the shirt itself, both the bottom and the top buttons. What's really nice actually is if you open the collar up, you get the Ben Hogan logo on the inside obviously, but you'll notice that the tag is flush with the material of the shirt itself. So it shouldn't be scratchy. It doesn't have any threads sticking out of it. It wasn't stitched down. It looks like it's pretty much just stamped on. And last but not least, what is pretty interesting about this shirt, I quickly want to note here, the stripes running across the shirt are actually really thin and narrow at the right-hand side of the chest, but as they move to the left-hand side of the chest over to the left-hand sleeve, you can see that the lines or the stripes actually get bolder. So, and wider as well. You can actually see that these teal stripes here are pretty thin and kind of splotchy looking, and then they become really bold and wide, just like these blue lines here down at the bottom. Now the blue lines are a solid color, but as you can see, they're kind of narrow and thin as they start, and then sort of get wider as they go towards the sleeve, which is actually kind of interesting. I don't know why they went with this design aspect of it, but maybe it just gives it a little bit of extra character, and you'll see for yourself when we try this shirt on. Let's go and take a look at the George shirt. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at the Ben Hogan golf shirt for $17, let's go ahead and take a look at the George golf shirt for $12. This is actually a pretty simple and easy comparison. You can obviously tell this is the less expensive shirt. It does have striping, just like the Ben Hogan shirt, but as you can see, the striping is really probably a tenth of the amount of striping you get on the Ben Hogan shirt. And it is just kind of a sticker, as where the Ben Hogan shirt was actually threaded stripes. So this is like a sticker, but the Ben Hogan shirt is colored nylon fabric, cotton material woven into the shirt itself. A little bit of a mouthful to explain, but I think you can pretty much tell the difference here. If you actually look at the stripe on the George shirt, there is a little nick in the striping here. That is obviously a manufacturer defect, or someone accidentally scraped this little bit off the stripe here in some point in time. But as you can see, it's obviously a much less expensive shirt. The material looks and feels nice. It is a nylon cotton fabric mix, so it should be moisture wicking, it should be breathable, and it should be stretchy so you can swing freely with it. But I think one thing that will make a stark contrast between this and the Ben Hogan shirt is some of the branding here. As you can see, they are pretty forthcoming with the features of this shirt here. They want to make it obvious that it does stretch. As you can see, the tag of the shirt is a little bit left to be desired in terms of information here. It doesn't say anything about an SPF rating. It doesn't say anything about moisture wicking, but because it is a lightweight nylon cotton mix, it should stretch, it should be breathable because it does feel lightweight, but most importantly, because of those few aspects, it should also be moisture wicking and should dry fairly easily. So, another feature I mentioned in the previous segment about the Ben Hogan shirt was that the Ben Hogan shirt had a lot of branding on it. It had branding on the buttons, it had branding on the sleeve. As you can see, you do not get branding on this George golf shirt. The buttons are generic buttons, and you don't get any type of George logo on the sleeve, just behind the collar here. So what's really nice, what's similar about this shirt to the Ben Hogan is the George logo is sort of stamped down. It's almost like a sticker on the back of the shirt here, so it shouldn't be pokey or sticky while you're playing golf and wearing it. It shouldn't be uncomfortable. But most importantly here, one thing I want to point out is I think this shirt, even though it is an extra large, it does look just a tad bit smaller. Okay, so now that we've taken a quick look at each shirt, we've defined their differences in quality and in style, and also in price. let's try them on to get the full view. We took a look at the Ben Hogan shirt first, and then we took a look at the George shirt. But now we're going to take a look at the George shirt first and the Ben Hogan shirt second. So first thing I want to make clear here is for $5 more, I'm not sure if it's all worth it, because this is a pretty nice shirt. It's comfortable, it's soft, it's stretchy, it's loose fitting, and it fits true to size. Even though it does leave a little bit left to be desired with the striping, it's pretty simple, and it's also just a sticker that I think can peel off eventually, as compared to the Ben Hogan golf shirt where the striping is woven into the fabric. I still think this is a pretty great deal. For $5 less, this is a pretty nice golf shirt. What's also really important about this golf shirt is how it fits. And like I was saying, it is true to size. But one thing that's really important is that it has a long enough tail that you can keep tucked in, but also be able to play golf without the shirt untucking itself. You don't want to have your shirt untucked on the golf course, or when you go into the clubhouse for that matter. As you can see, I do have a wide range of mobility here. It's loose in the chest, in the shoulders, under the armpits, in the arm sleeve. It doesn't feel restrictive at all. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a spin around here so you can see just how nicely this golf shirt looks and fits on me. Yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty nice golf shirt. I do like to wear my golf shirts with one button buttoned up, but as you can see, it looks the part with two buttons buttoned up. Depending on how hot it is or how you like to style your shirt, you can do that. The Ben Hogan shirt has 3 buttons, and this shirt also has 3 buttons. So there really shouldn't be a difference in style between this shirt and the Ben Hogan shirt, which is also pretty good that Walmart made it that way. Okay, so now that we've pretty much taken a look at the George shirt, I think for $5 less, this is a phenomenal deal. I'm not even sure the Ben Hogan shirt is going to be all that much nicer, but let's go ahead and try that one on and find out what exactly the differences are between this shirt and the Ben Hogan shirt. Okay, so now that we've tried on the George golf shirt, let's go ahead and try on the golf shirt by Ben Hogan. What separates these golf shirts is $5, so I think it's important that we try on both and get an accurate and detailed comparison between the two. The first thing I want to highlight about the Ben Hogan golf shirt is it does seem a little bit more moisture wicking. It's drier, it's cooler, I would say. I did feel a little bit hot and humid in the George shirt. I think the material is actually thicker on the George shirt. One thing I think you'll notice about the George shirt here, because I do have it in front of me still, is the fact that you cannot see through it. If you look at the Ben Hogan shirt as I'm wearing it, I think you could pretty much see through this much better than you could with the George shirt, and I think that mainly has to do with the fact the George shirt uses a thicker material. This is important in terms of moisture wicking because the thinner the material, even though it might be a little bit less durable, it might be more prone to stretching and scratching and pulls and things of that nature. You want this to dry as quickly as possible. You don't want to be standing in the AC with a wet shirt. One other differentiating factor between the Ben Hogan golf shirt and the George golf shirt is the size of the golf shirt itself. I think you can pretty much tell that this is much larger than the George shirt, even though both are an extra large. As you can see, the sleeve is a much wider diameter. It's also much longer in length. And also the tail of the shirt, I would say, is roughly the same size, but I think because the midsection of this shirt is actually wider and has more material, again, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this shirt coming out if it's tucked in on the golf course. But the George shirt, I wouldn't be surprised if this came untucked. And last but not least, what makes this shirt markedly different from the George golf shirt is the sizing. Both shirts are an extra large. They fit true to size, but one key difference here is you get more material with the Ben Hogan shirt, and I'll explain why this is important. As you can see, you do get extra material in the sleeve. It is longer, it is wider diameter. You get more material up in the chest. You get more material in the midsection. All of this will come in handy in terms of moisture wicking and in terms of performance as well, because you'll find that this shirt will untuck less. Even though I think both are great golf shirts, I think in the long run, and in terms of presentation and making a first impressions, because that's what golf is all about, I think you're going to be better off with the Ben Hogan golf shirt. It's going to be better at moisture wicking. It will not come untucked as easily. It will stain because it's white, but again, I like how the stripes on this shirt are woven into the shirt itself, as where on the George shirt it's just a sticker. So presentation is key, and also paying the extra $5 is key, because you will get better features that will allow you to play better and feel more comfortable. Okay guys, so that was a first impressions and try on and comparison between the Ben Hogan golf shirt and the George golf shirt I picked up at Walmart for $17 and $12 respectively. Because I picked them up at Walmart, that does make them a big box good. Some of the key differences between the Ben Hogan and the George golf shirt are fit and finish. The fit of the Ben Hogan golf shirt is going to be a little bit better. It's a little bit larger fitting. You're going to have more room to maneuver and perform in it. And also, I think the moisture wicking ability here is better. I thought this shirt was drier and more comfortable to wear. Immediately putting this on after the George shirt, I was cooler and drier in this. And also, one thing I want to point out is this shirt I think will last longer, because the stripes on the front of the shirt are woven into the shirt itself, as where on the George shirt, the stripes are basically a sticker on the shirt itself, which I think will peel off as you wash this over time. Another thing that's a little bit disappointing about the golf shirt is, even though they do say it is a performance grade shirt because it does stretch and it does have a little tag on the front of the shirt that says stretch, there's nothing else on this shirt about moisture wicking or SPF ratings. The Ben Hogan golf shirt, on the other hand, is SPF 50 and it's moisture wicking. Not that the George shirt isn't moisture wicking or SPF rated. It's just nice to see that you get those features on the Ben Hogan shirt compared to the George shirt. I think the George golf shirt for $5 less is still a great performing golf shirt. If you just want to go out and play golf for the first time, this is definitely a great option to go with. And once you get better and actually start enjoying the sport, move up to something a little bit more expensive. Anyways, guys, that has been a first impressions and try on and comparison between the Ben Hogan golf shirt and the George golf shirt I picked up at Walmart for $17 and $12 respectively. You saw me try it on, and personally I really hope you liked this video. I really hope it gave you a good idea as to what each shirt looked like on me and the differences between each of them. My name is John. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Be sure to hit that bell notification so you get notified when I post these videos. And last but not least, share these videos with friends and family and tell them we review things from Walmart and Target, Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, as well as online stores like Amazon and other stores. Thank you once again so much for tuning in. My name is John. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.